Woo. Can you hear me still, Lisa? Yeah.
I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on, everybody? You are tuned into another episode of Access Granted, the pod stream. Your boy, Mr. Antoine, is in the building. First and foremost, big shout out. Oh, let me turn the volume down over here. Big shout out to my sister, Alenia Renee. She started a new job, and her new job has her acting like I don't pay her enough money, so she can't be here with me again tonight. I do believe she's going to be back next week. But in her place, I have the beautiful Miss Lisa Johnson in the building. What's going on, my sister?
Hello. Hi, everybody.
How have you been?
I've been good. I've been good.
When's the last time you've been in front of the camera like this on a show? It's been a minute, right?
Yeah, it has been a minute. I want to say before the pandemic.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, before the pandemic. I mean, I had some other like Zoom meetings for some visits I'm doing on my own, but like, yeah, this is the first time on a podcast. You have been asking and asking. So.
No, let's get it right. Let's keep it honest. I've been begging.
You've been begging. Well, you
know.
No,
I knew. Let me just say this. Like, we'll take this back to the Radio on Fire days because that's about the time we, that we met and everything. And I just knew that I wouldn't ask if I didn't believe that you would come on and do an amazing job. So.
Oh well, thank you for
things that I've seen in the past that says, yeah, if I ever need, one, I'll just go ahead and yeah. So just real quick, do you have anything planning on coming up? Are you gonna get back into the game, or you just you just on your Lamar Jackson tip right now?
We ain't even gonna talk about him. Bon boy, I just love you, but okay. I'm just saying. I thought about it. I think if I do come back on, this is fine. Just to help out, get back. I think it will be more so about where I'm headed, and I don't want to. I always like to be in the background until things come into fruition, but. I think I probably would do a little YouTube or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know. It's a dedication, and and shout out to if anybody remembers, what I'm saying. Shout out to I Want Luscious TV. I had a great stint with them. I love Luscious. Life took precedence, and I had life. I got life hit me, and I said hello, and life said hello back. So.
Y'all had some interesting shows back then.
We did have some interesting
shows back then. Definitely.
I don't even know if I can mention it on here because I don't want you to get shut down. But yes, we had some interesting shows there.
We all adults here.
Yeah, we would dib and dabble into
grown folk stuff.
Grown folk stuff, yes. Grown folk stuff. The spicier spectrum of it. But yeah, I honestly want to say that Baltimore Flavor Unit Radio. I'm sorry if I messed it up. I apologize.
No, that's it. Baltimore Flavor Radio.
If that was the first time, I said one of the first shows I've ever sat in on. So how I came to be a part of Radio on Fire was that I was not in the industry at all. I didn't have Instagram. I didn't have Facebook.
Gotcha.
I had interacted with Diamond on like his other business, and he asked me to come in and sit on the show just to see what it was about. And it was like, this is going on? What have I been doing? Like from then on, I sat in on one of your shows.
So you
with
didn't
new shows.
realize you were missing a whole new world
It
of
was a
stuff.
whole new world. I
Gotcha.
mean, the experiences, the people I've met. I did a little producing
Yeah.
with you guys
Yeah.
on your show sometimes. And
Yeah.
honestly, I subbed in on Malicious TV, and that's how I became, you know, a part of that. And
Okay.
I appreciate every opportunity. I even did a fashionably forward stint on there for myself because I love all things fashion and things like
And
that.
that's actually where I thought you were gonna go. Like I thought that was gonna be your next branch off because if I'm not mistaken, I actually hollered at you about coming to do a show at Worldwide Flavor Network when we
You
branched out and
did.
started doing
You
that.
did. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I was a chicken. I was a chicken, and I was just like, I don't know. But you know
Yeah.
what? Sometimes it just wasn't, I guess, the right time for me. But
Gotcha.
I feel like I'm getting into my creativity a little bit more now. So,
So
and then
that gives me permission to stay on your back until you actually come out and start doing one. So
I don't know. We'll see. We'll
I
see.
mean, the great thing about doing it this way is that you can pre-record. You know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
and kind of work this around your schedule. I just ended up like being mostly Monday nights because my regular co-host Selenia Renee, this is the night that she's available because she does podcasts as well.
Oh.
But when I first started this, like I didn't have a particular night. I just tried to be flexible for my guests. You
Oh,
know what I
okay.
mean? So
Okay.
that was the premise when I first started, and we just kind of have settled into this Monday night slot. But
Okay.
like if you became my regular co-host by chance and Monday nights didn't work for you, as long as it was a night that I could work in, I would change it because I don't have any loyalties. I'm just happy that I can come down in my basement and do this now and not have to be, traveling all over the city and, you
I
know,
know, right?
being stuck on 695 like our guest is in the background right now.
Oh my goodness. Not 695.
I don't know where he is, but with Howard, there's no telling, man. So look, real quick, man, we have scheduled tonight two of the funniest dudes, man, that I know. Two guys that have really been holding it down on the
Hmm.
comedy scene, on the play scene, on
Hmm.
the whatever scene, forever in Baltimore. Um, and we're waiting for Rickey Shackleford to figure out his iPhone point .9.
Uh-uh.
But in the meantime, we got my brother, and this dude, man, it's crazy because I go back to, and I'm about to tell my age now, and I go back to junior high school. It wasn't middle school back then when we were in.
Okay.
We go back to junior high school, and I've literally followed this brother his whole career, man, and he's just been a consistent piece of everything Baltimore comedy, man. And I'm
Hmm.
saying Baltimore because this is the only city that will allow him to perform. Don't nobody else like him, so this is the only place that he gets to run. I'm just joking.
Oh, I was like,
I'm just I'm just joking.
no,
I'm just
wait a
joking.
minute. We
Because
got
I
an
know he's gonna
outlaw?
get because you heard him already talk trash about my basement, saying I ain't in my mom's basement no more.
Yeah,
And I
he
already
did
know
say
he's gonna
that.
get up here and crack on me a little bit more. So I'm trying to get mine in before I bring him on the camera.
Well, listen, everybody don't have a basement to set up real nice like you have, so don't even worry about
you know,
that.
hey, we had to swindle a lot of insurance companies to get some checks to make this basement look the way it did, or the way
Oh
it does.
Lord.
So, nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, I mean, hey, and this is just the part that looked good. All of that other stuff over there, that's just
I mean, hey,
nah. I'm just joking. But
listen,
yeah,
it's only from the
um,
waist up.
that's all it needs to look good. I'm like one of those TV news people. They have the shirt and the tie on, and then they got sneakers
Right.
and shorts on underneath. I know
Right.
Marty Bass used to do that all the time. But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and bring this knucklehead, man, this chump up here, man. I got my jokes in early, bro.
He
So you
Yeah,
ain't
did.
have a rebuttal, but I
I
know
can
you're gonna
tell,
come
but it still wasn't enough.
up.
And Lisa, he
Yes.
wrote you a check, and you know it's gonna bounce, girl, because I know he paid you to say all that stuff. And I'm telling you now, you can't cash that check until the first. I'm
The
letting you know
first.
right there.
And it
Well,
might not be
that's not
the
too far away. I'm good.
hey,
All right,
he didn't say the 1st of April though. He just said
Oh, you're right.
yeah. So
You're
hold
right.
hold on to it.
my man, comedian Howard G is in the building. What's going on, bro?
What's up, Twan? Finally get the chance to be in your new podcast. I don't think I've been on
Yeah.
this show
Nah,
before
this
with
is the
you.
first time on here. You haven't come to holler at me since we were at the spot in Arbutus, Worldwide Flavor Network. I was still doing Baltimore.
You
Oh
paying all that,
wow. Okay.
paying all that rent.
Yeah, and that was the problem. Well, that was part of the problem. But yeah,
The
man,
check wasn't adding up.
check definitely wasn't adding up. But what's been going on, man? It's always a pleasure, bro, to chop it up with you, man. And I was telling somebody the other day, man, that I have to if you were gonna, I wasn't sure if you were gonna be here, but if you did, I had to ask about your daughter because I haven't chopped it up with her since she came to Radio on Fire.
Well, she's doing pretty good. She had a second baby, and so she's raising both kids up now, and she's stepped away from the acting for a little bit, but she's going to make a comeback. She's working on that, and got to raise those kids. You know what I mean?
When she comes back, bro, I need her to be in a scene with the chick that slapped her on the wire in that classroom, and I need her to get her revenge. So his daughter plays Zenobia on the wire.
On the wire.
Oh, okay.
And,
okay.
Yeah, it's this one scene, man, and I don't know how she acted her way through that. Howard, I'm sorry, bro.
He said the girl slapped her for real, so that wasn't too hard to act.
and that way she was sitting there, she had her leg going, and she was shaking her head, boy. If that was acting, bro, she did a great job, man. But it's good to see that she's still doing her thing. Yeah. But what's going on?
And I was on the wire too, as you know. I was on season 2, the finale.
Yeah, being lazy,
I played the cop. I played the cop.
Lazy.
Yeah. And and my condolences to Lance.
Lance Reddick.
From the wire. He recently passed, and he was in. And he was just in the new John Wick 4 as well.
Yeah.
I did not know that brother was from Baltimore, man.
Yes, from Baltimore. Good actor.
I would have used some kind of connections, man, to get in touch with that dude to get him on my show.
You could ask me. I knew Lance.
Like I said, I didn't know.
Yeah. Lance and I used to go against a couple of auditions back in the day.
Yeah, I didn't know that Prop Joe was originally from Baltimore until
Prop Joe from Baltimore.
Yeah, until look, this is how I found out he was from here. I live in Sedonia. I'm on my way to work one day, and he's on the bus stop.
Right.
And I did a double take, like, oh, that's Prop Joe sitting on the bus stop. Had no idea, man. Had no idea. And of course, rest in peace to my man, Omar Cumming, Michael K. Williams. Well, that's my guy right there, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, we
lost another one, man. That's like 3 people in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
For the wire.
Yeah.
Still a legendary show, man. But what's going on with you, bro? Before we get into this whole "you big dummy" Sanford and Son thing, I want to know what's
Well, you know me, man. I'm still out here grinding, still telling these jokes, slinging these jokes. I'm not like a drug dealer, but I tell these jokes and they pay me. So, doing stuff out of town, getting ready for some more out of town gigs like this weekend. Rickey and I both in Virginia. We're gonna be in Fredericksburg, Virginia, doing a big birthday celebration down there, and then next week we'll be in Philly. And then we got to play on Saturday, April the 8th, Sanford and Son, the stage play. So I'm out here telling jokes and doing a stage play production at the same time.
And this is the second time around for Sanford and Son, right?
Second time around, new cast members, new storyline. We added some new stuff, took some stuff out. Still a funny stage play. You got to see it. You got to see it.
Okay.
Yes. Very funny stage play. Still hilarious.
Y'all could have got Lisa to play Donna.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a light skinned Donna.
A light skinned Donna.
Yeah. She was kind of out complexion in the show, but
yeah, she a little brown, but we'll take it. And then we got an encore performance. We're doing May the 5th for Rickey Shackleford's birthday. We're doing it a second time. It'll be a third time. We're doing 2 shows, May the 5th, 7 and 10 o'clock, right back at the Margalisha Hall out in Tulsa.
Okay.
Yeah, because by popular demand, because this show on the 8th is pretty much sold out. We'll have 3 o'clock is definitely sold out, and I think it's only like 39 tickets left for the 7 o'clock show. So we already got another date because these people are acting like fools. I mean, I'm still getting called today. I want 20 tickets. I need 15 tickets. I'm like, miss, it is sold out.
Mm.
And we was on Mark Clark show this morning, WBFF this morning, and we was in character, and you know, it's gonna be a madhouse in the next few weeks.
So, as in character, who do you play in the?
I play Lamont. Can't talk about that mustache, baby. Got that big mustache.
Lamont.
Yeah.
I can see it. Round about right here, right there.
Yeah.
I see it.
That's right there.
Don't let me put my bush on. It's right there. It's sitting right there. I put my little afro on, girl.
I could be a little cousin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk, shorty. Look, have your people call my people.
So out of I meant to ask you this the last time. Out of all of the great like sitcoms that we've had, you know, that we've kind of grown up with, what was it about Sanford and Son that made you guys want to put?
Well, actually, it was Rickey's idea. I tell a story a lot of times. Rickey and I was coming back from a gig, and Rickey already knew I do plays anyway. So I've already did, you know, as Charlie Hill Turns, of course, you remember. Never Could Have Made It. Never Could Have Made It Part 2. You know, all these Love That Neighbor, all these other stage plays I wrote and directed. So Rickey was coming home with me, and he just started talking like Red Fox, you know, doing an impression. I knew he'd do it anyway, but it was something about that way he was talking while we were driving home. And I was thinking, wonder if I could write a play with Red Fox in it, where he played Red Fox. And then we came together and said, why don't we do a Sanford and Son, the stage play? And we already had the comedians in mind that we wanted to play in it. It was basically a play to launch a lot of comedians' careers at the same time. And we casted Maybelle as Esther, because we knew right away Maybelle would be a great Esther. Comedian Big Shorty would be Woodrow. And we just built the comedian Owen Funderburk. He would be Grady, and then we just kept going from there. So I sat down, I wrote the hem of it, like the body of it, and then I got input from all the comedians on how to perk it and make it a little more funnier, you know. But you got to have a base. So I started the base out and the premise of it. So I was like, what if Red Fox was alive today and dealing with all the stuff that's going on now, Trump as president back then, and, you know, the mask, you know, it's just so much that you can write about, and how Red Fox would handle it, how Sanford would handle it now, you know, and we try to keep it close to the storyline as much as possible, but with his type of humor, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm still trying to get Rickey on here, man.
Man, Rickey got that government phone. You know, that government phone is hard out here for a pimp.
I wasn't gonna go there. I wasn't gonna go there.
When you got those government phones, it's not gonna work like that, you know? He'd be better off driving to the studio in your basement. Then come on down. Right. Come on down the basement.
Well, you know what? I like the way that you put a modern twist on the play.
Yeah.
Right.
I was gonna ask, like, what made you go in the direction of Sanford and Son? But that's good. That's good.
Yeah. So that's how it came about. And then I played Lamont, and I didn't want to direct and star in a play together. I'm not trying to be like Tyler Perry, because that's too much.
I was about to say that.
It's too much. So I got my sister, Sheila Strawberry Gasson, comedian and playwright herself and director. She directed it, and we did it right before last time we did it back in 2019. It was 2020 actually. No, 2019, right before the COVID hit real big. And I never forget it. We did it the first weekend of March. That following weekend, everything was shut down.
Okay.
Everything was shut down. So, God looked out for us. We had 800 people on Saturday night. Then we had about 600 on Sunday.
Oh,
And then the following weekend, everything was shut down.
right. That was a great turnout.
Oh yeah, awesome turnout. Like this show was an awesome turnout. That's why it was like it's sold out. Sold out.
If you ever had to pick another sitcom, what would it be?
I wouldn't mind doing either Jeffersons or Good Times. I wouldn't mind doing Good Times.
Okay.
I can see you and Rickey doing an amazing odd couple.
Oh yeah, that'd be funny. The black version.
The black version.
I could see y'all
think about.
I could see y'all doing an amazing odd couple, man. Hey, you know what, Howard, man, and I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Shout out to my man Richard Burton, aka Shamrock.
Yep.
How are you?
Shamrock.
In. And my man Shaka Pitts. What's up, bro?
Check it in.
Yeah, they all.
Yeah, tell Richard. Hey, you know it's funny? When I wrote my first play as Chariot Turns, that's who I wanted to be in my play. Was Richard Burton, but he was so busy. Yeah, it was. Look, can you imagine Richard Burton and Larry Lancaster in the same play?
No.
Comedian Larry Lancaster and Richard Burton was play, and they supposed to play opposite each other when I first wrote it. But I think Richard was actually filming The Wire at the time, and he couldn't. Yeah. We talked about it, but he couldn't do it. It was too much.
Yeah, Shaka Pitts said that the odd couple will be fire, man. I'm telling y'all, that's something y'all need to consider, bro.
That's something to think about. Yeah. That's definitely something to think about.
Cause y'all two, boy. Rick, hey Howard, man, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
You've been doing this business for a minute, man, and definitely a staple in Baltimore, bro. Do you feel like you get your just due for the work that you put in over all of these years?
I mean, not really, but I'm content. I mean, as long as I get an opportunity to bless other comedians, other actors, and let them shine, I don't care no more. Because what God has for me, it is for me. And Rickey and I say that all the time. But we just to know that I helped somebody else out and help launch their career is enough for me. So I don't expect nothing to happen. I mean, it'd be nice if somebody saw my true talent and hired me, like if a Tyler Perry or Oprah saw the fact of how good I can write and produce and, pay me the big bucks to do it. And then I really would open doors for a lot of people, a lot of talented people, especially in my hometown. Even Jada. I mean, Jada come back and plant some seeds, it'd be nice. But we know that ain't gonna happen for a while.
I had somewhere I was about to go with that, but I'm
nope.
Too soon, man. Too soon. Yeah.
So I need you, man, because I believe in giving flowers, man. And like I said before, I brought you on, bro. You've we go back to Garrison, man, when you were literally just starting out and doing your thing, and I've literally followed this career, man. But I need you to like really get on your ish, man, and talk about some of the people that you've helped launch, man, and some of the work that you've really put in, because I really don't think people understand. Because you say Howard G, and the first thing they say, "Kiss my bumper," and they
first thing is "Kiss my bumper" commercial, right? First thing, which I've been doing for 22 years. A lot of people don't know that commercial been airing for 22 years, and it's funny. I did a slow jam commercial, which comes on now, where I'm dancing with a young lady, Time Life CDs. That commercial is on now to this day. I'm still getting a little.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I get a little residual checks off of that. They're still coming to mail. The little checks come in handy, baby, when it's time me to go get my coffee out of McDonald's.
Okay.
Right.
No, you could probably go to Starbucks with that.
Yeah, you can probably go to
Yeah.
Starbucks.
You can go to Starbucks with that.
At least 2 days out the week you can hit
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Right.
Not
And
every
then,
day.
Ricky and I both went to Kuwait, Afghanistan, performed for the troops. We went overseas. And we went right after 9/11, the following year.
Yeah.
And we performed for the troops out there. Just to name a few things. Stage plays as Cherry Hill Turns, which I've done it in Baltimore. It started out as a soap opera on the Big Fat Morning Show first. And then as the soap opera got big, I told Mark, I said, hey, man, I need to make this a stage play so people come see it. And we did the stage play, did very well. And we did it how many times? I probably did it about 20 times in Baltimore alone.
Yeah.
And remember, the girl who played in it is the same girl who played the wife in Bobby Brown movie. She's also on the Crenshaws, the baby mother. Yeah. She was on The Game. She's been on the movie Rose, the TV show Rosewood.
This is what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, Gabrielle Dennis. And just think of her career. The guy Kwame, who started on The Wire, plays Bump.
Yep.
And he started in Cherry Hill Turns. Of course, Mark Clark, who did the coffee commercial for.
We hold on, man. We got an intruder, and I think this might be a virus, man. I think we might be under attack.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
Hey, is this Howard G's house?
Yeah.
Howard G runs this town, man.
Hey,
I know that ain't your wife. You got a wife that good looking, Dwan.
My wife is beautiful, man. What are you saying? No, this isn't my wife. As I said when the show started, this is my fourth baby mama, bro.
Oh my God! Hello.
At least you claim on your taxes.
Man, we got going here, man.
Some claiming then.
Yeah, how you guys doing, man? I apologize. I'm sitting there driving, listening to Michael Jackson music. So 66-year-old man listening to Michael Jackson. Michael was my man. I miss Michael. I got my work habits from Michael Jackson, though. So, you got to keep working and don't let nobody kill your joy. Simple as that, But how you doing? Am I supposed to be talking? I was talking about his old.
Yeah, you just popped in the middle of Howard G giving all his accolades, man. But the one thing that I told him, man, is that I don't think people really realize and give you guys the credit for the amount of work that you guys have really put on for our city. I won't say necessarily the careers that you've launched, but the people that you've helped up in the game. And I'm one to give flowers, man. And I just wanted to take a minute, man, to just commend you guys for everything that you guys have done, and always carrying Baltimore on your back wherever you go and whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, this is the second time today I never heard flowers. This is getting scary. Don't give me no flowers, brother. Give me a couple $100,000 bills. And I'm back up. I know that flower. That's the second time I heard it, and it didn't turn out too well, did it always?
Why was that good?
Okay,
so I'll say giving credit where credit is due, man.
No, sweetie, hold up, baby. Who are you? You must don't know who I am, do you?
Okay, never mind then.
I figured. Where you from, Bowie?
No.
I'm just joking. Andron, I'm not trying to make your baby mama mad, but she's making me mad. She might well get pregnant on set. Let me stop.
Hey, Lisa, I forgot to warn you how raw this was going to be, especially once both of them was here. My bad. I forgot.
And it's my fault. I'm actually the bad boy, so it ain't Howard ain't nothing to do with. Howard got to be in the bed 8 o'clock. He got about 30 more minutes.
He got 30. He done already got off the screen.
I know. I told you. He got 30 minutes. He got to put his onesies on.
Hey, Ricky, real quick, I want to ask you this, and I asked Howard, and he kind of said that this was your idea. Why Sanford and Son as the play?
Well, you got to remember, Twan, I'm going to talk because I'm a little tired, and I better talk before I go to sleep. When you get 65 years old, I don't stay up past the news, okay? And one of the things people got to understand about the show business is you got to recognize the ones that pave the way See, if it weren't for guys like Richard Pryor and Flip Wilson and Bill Cosby, George Collins, these guys, Rodney Dangerfield, these guys paved the way. And a lot of comics you see today, they have a little bit of Rodney and a little bit of Richard Pryor, a little bit of Eddie Murphy. But so Red Fox, this guy, he was way ahead of his times. He came out during the 60s and 70s when the racial problems that we had in America. Red and Richard and Paul Mooney, these guys wasn't afraid to tackle that, but it also opened the doors for guys like myself and Howard and David Chappelle, because we know all these guys. Wanda Sykes just as well. We don't want to forget Chris Rock and on and on and on. So Red, to me, I don't think it was a sitcom that was funnier to me than Sanford and Son. If you know anything about comedy, that cast, here we go again. Red Fox, LaWanda Page, Skillet and Leroy. These guys were veterans back in the 50s. Rudy Ray Moore. So Red was the man, and he actually used to manage a girl who just did something on Sylvia Traymore from Washington, D.C. He managed Sylvia. Red Fox did. He was a manager. So just saying that, paving the way, and we have to mentor ourselves. We are mentors, whether Howard G and I like it. We're mentors. We did the same when I came back in 1986. I'm not giving you a war lesson, but I mentored Larry Lancaster, Howard G, Monique. These people didn't have a platform, is what I'm saying. And Baltimore is a tough town. This ain't no joke town. I'm still catching it. They want to give me the flowers and roll me out to the senior home to eat the oatmeal. I'm like, I don't like oatmeal. Give me some raisin bran. I want raisin bran. I have a lot of history with the comics, and I think I've done being tough at the same time, and I know that's right. Let me decline here. She's stalker, and that's a stalker. Like you got one there, I got one at home. But I say that with a lot of passion, because I wouldn't be in this business, and people can downplay Bill Cosby. And I know you asked me about Red, but these guys paved the way, man. That they took blows that we don't have a clue. We getting a free ride if we learn the history of comedy, not just Eddie and Richard. There was a whole lot of people before them, and Red Fox was one of them. Red was my idol. See, I do voices back in the day. I used to do Richard Pryor so good you'd have thought Richard was on the screen. So, but when you get older and do all the voices, you talk about 20 to 50 impressions. Hey. When you do all those impressions, only a chord I got love it. You big nugget. You hear that? So, when you learn to do impressions and you idolize these folks, that's special. I would never get the credit I worked for. Sometimes you have to take stuff, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Because people are not going to give you your flowers while you're here. And we really appreciate what you said. But at the same time, it's very important that people know the history. One thing about Baltimore, I keep it real, Baltimore is losing its history. Folks say, well, you was the first comedian coming out of Baltimore. Really, I wasn't the first comedian. I'm the first comedian that helped comedians come out of Baltimore. If that makes any sense to you guys.
Talk your talk. Boy, talk your talk. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, that's why Howard got off the car, because he know I'm not ready to take over.
Did he really get out the car?
Listen, his wife probably.
It's almost his bedtime, so.
Yeah, he don't stay up there late, because he got to get up and do the father thing. And my kids are raised and grown. Yeah. And grown home. See, it rhymes together. Grown, leave home. Leave home. Don't even look back, because I'm just waving at you by. Okay. But no, I'm so blessed that I'm still here. I'm still doing what I've been doing since 1986, and haven't touched the job. But I got in this business in 78 working at the airport. Some guy saw me on a walkie-talkie. I was a supervisor, and I was doing Richard Pryor's material. And I used to get a real big hype when I see the stars come through, like the Temptation. They would come through the airport, Hulk Hogan. Let me tell all you WrestleManias one thing. Macho Man, oh yeah,
I love Macho Man.
Macho Man, yeah. You look like Elizabeth, oh yeah. So when you see these guys come through, Andre the Giant, you're talking about wrestlers and the baseball players. I seen Reggie Jackson. I also seen Elvis Presley. Thank you very much. This is Elvis Presley. I don't know what you know, but I know what I know. But when you see those type of stars coming cool in the game, I used to see all of them come through. I saw Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 7'2". He looked like a giraffe just walking through the airport. And you get amazed because these are our heroes.
Yeah.
Whether they're black or white, they were our heroes.
Right.
James Brown plane was parked in the back. Hi! When I see, so I take all that with me because nobody would. I could say to them had the ride I had in Baltimore. What folks done outside from D.C. I had a ride. I had a great journey. I'm thankful, and I'm still going. I'm more motivated now than I was 30 years ago because I'm retired now. Ain't no stress on me to be successful.
Yeah.
It's just have fun and change your attitude. People think Antoine think I'm mean too, but I'm not mean.
No,
I had your brother Sterling at my church on my pastor's anniversary.
I saw the
yesterday.
Picture. I saw the picture.
Because there's a lot of love. And when that brother popped up, he scared me. I was like, that's the ghost of St. Stephen's.
Yeah. I actually just saw him at a funeral at St. Stephen's on Saturday.
Well, he means a lot to me because he's a real friend to me.
Yeah.
And see the work he's trying to do. And you guys, I admire people that's leading, not following, but leading. See, that's a lot more to me than meet the eye sometimes. I don't have a degree. I just have a lot of common sense. I'll take the common sense any day. Because when I think about common sense, I can walk away and don't look back. Because I know what's ahead of me. Because my spirit is so deep. We met at St. Stephen. I haven't stopped being in my church for over 22 years now. I love the Lord. And I have to tell people that. Because if you don't put God, God gonna be for you, but then who gonna be against you? Come on now. We need him. We look at all the stuff, tragedy happening. I don't mean to merge tragedy with triumph or accolades, but we better get right. You're gonna either go through the door or you're gonna go through the floor. Which one you want? Don't steal my stuff, miss, because you look like a thief.
She gonna use that.
No, but I say that because I when I talk, it's experience. It's not. I'm trying to create some cliche. I talk from experience. I've been around the world. I'm talking about the U.S. also. I've been to practically every state in the United States, from Idaho, Oregon, Wyoming, Michigan. We talking Iowa. I seen one black guy. He was in Idaho. I'm like, brother, I don't think the plane's coming this way again. So you better come. And everywhere I go, here's the blessing from doing stand-up. I had a conversation everywhere I go. I love people, first of all. You thought you knew me. That's why my gimmick is Rickey the Real Deal. I'm real. I'm not going to be fake. And I can read you while I'm talking. I can break you down and give me 15 minutes. I'll know everything about you. Because I open me up so you can open yourselves up. So many people are so selfish. Oh, God, that's a big word. Selfish. I just wanted to marinate. We got some selfish freaks out there. And I know, Twan, you didn't expect all this, but I'm only speaking from my heart. We can't be selfish. We got to be better. We got to be better than what Mom and I. My mother and them was all freakily almost slaves coming up out of North Carolina. They come to a city like Baltimore. Ooh, they think they're in New York. You in Baltimore. It's not New York. And I say that because the torch is being passed to me, and I'm going to pass the torch to my next brother and sister. And I'm going to say this brother and sister because of this. I've worked mainstream, That's a whole different world, mainstream than working black comedy. It's a whole different world.
Mm.
So you have to understand you can't you can't buy this type of education. You can go to school, get your degree, but the wisdom is what I'm talking about.
Mm.
Wisdom of where I've been. And I say it all the time. This was a better ride than King's Dominion. This was a better ride than Hershey Park. You can't buy this kind of ride I've been on. And I'm just so thankful because I'm like this. I'm gonna use God because He's always using me.
Oh wow.
Don't steal that. Don't steal that. Don't
Come on,
steal
bro.
that.
Come on,
He,
bro. Let me have
he's
one.
always
Have
he's
one.
always using me, and I'm thankful that He picked the right one. Did you ever think that you're the right one? You're gonna know because God's gonna tell you. He's gonna let you know you're the right one. You're the right guy for the job. I don't hate. I participate. I help. I'm not in the hurting business. I'm in the helping business.
Right.
And when you people don't know when you sacrifice your career to help other people, you're really thinning out your own career. I could have put all that same energy in my career. We might not have this conversation right now, but that wasn't God's plan. He knew once He got me into His kingdom, He knew exactly what I was going to do. We as Black folk need more help with each other. Educators need to step back and help each other. I look at what Monique went through. Monique sat in my living room. Never forget Monique sitting there and going through her personal problems. But when she got to the big stage, the Steve Harveys, Oprah Winfrey, Daniels, they should have been helping her. She paid her dues. That's some deep stuff. I'm gonna keep this podcast because I might want to hear it again. We got to learn to help each other. Listen, I went into my new pastor. I want to give him a shout out, Dr. Jones from Richmond, 34 years old. To me, going to be the baddest. I say it in layman's terms, the baddest pastor in Baltimore to me because he's 34 years old and he got the wisdom of somebody 70 years old. He he received. He's not just giving the message; he's receiving it for himself.
Mm.
That's real deep when you walk that light. You got to walk it too. You can do a good talking game, but you got to walk it. And you can read it. If you come to our church, the Fountain Baptist Church, you're gonna love his current message. Always prepared. Prepared. Preparation is everything. It's everything. And I appreciate it. I didn't mean to get all Christianity,
man.
but I
Man.
love
Well,
the
that's
Lord.
good. Good stuff.
Listen, let me tell you something. It's some miracles been happening in my life, and I don't want to share it. Now, the devil been working all the last 2 days. He been trying to win me over because I've been banging heads with people, but there's no weapon formed against me. None. None. And I'm thankful for the journey. I'm thankful that I can say that now. 15 years ago, I wouldn't talk about Jesus. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, God. Okay, blah, 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 blah. You got to go through something to get it.
Yeah.
Once you go through it, then you'll get it. I know who had my back every time. He could have took me. I went to 5 funerals in 2 weeks.
Ooh.
Did you hear the numbers? Wait a minute, Twan. Knew every last one of them. Like you and I talk, I knew them just like I knew you.
Yeah.
Because I take that personal and I spoke at 2 of them because I felt like God wanted me to say something to folks. We got to talk to each other. We got to share the talent. Don't have a talent and don't share it. Just like He gave it to you, He can take it from you. Simple as that. He can take it right back from you. So if I don't share my wisdom to folks and tell them it's going to be okay and cheer them on, I have kids now. I went in Popeyes the other day. We laughed because it's Popeye. Some little kid was all over me because I told him I did comedy. When I showed him my podcast, he got really excited. He was asking for help. Help me. Help. So we'll see it every day. And I don't want you guys to think I'm preaching, but that's my heart saying, man, I got to step back. I can't have all this wisdom and save it and put it in a safe. You got to share it.
But you know what, Ricky? But this is what I love about you, bro, because we have this conversation at church. We've had this conversation at the gym. We've had this conversation out in front of my house. Like every time you and I have the chance to chop it up, man, you always dropping these nuggets of wisdom, man. And I always receive it with an open heart, man, because I know that it's coming from a great heart. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna say this to you guys also. I'm thankful for being from Baltimore, but Baltimore, I said a million times, ain't no joke. Okay, this town is going through we're going through a lot with all the violence, all the killings in this town. There's so much going on, and I think a lot starts from home. If we don't straighten these kids up before they hit the world, you're not going to have your child long because these guys they're getting damaged not from what they know, it's what they see.
Mm-hmm.
Not from what they know, it's what they see on these streets, thinking that quick dollar. And it's sad to me because, and let me say this, I was raised. I done lost my whole family. Ain't but two of us left. The whole, we talking about 8 folks and 2 left. But my mother ain't got to worry about me because she was the rock. Did you hear the word rock? Can you smell what the rock is cooking? That was my mother, the rock. But guess what she passed it to? She passed the rock to me. And I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
I know she's always in my ear, my brothers, my sisters that I'm past. And I hear that. Keep going, Ricky. Don't let nobody stop. My grandmother, keep going, Ricky. Don't let nobody stop you. No, Snow Hill, North Carolina. When I was a young kid, I went to 3 funerals. Here we go. Dr. Martin Luther King. Think about it now. The guy next door, and my Uncle Lee, all in the same week. Some things you just don't forget. But that was selling me a message of, hey, I've looked up to these guys. Dr. King, who didn't look up to Dr. King? The boy next door, we used to fight every day. I thought I was Ali and Frazier. I'm the greatest of all time. And we would fight every day, but he was my best friend. And my Uncle Lee, my middle name is Rickey Lee. I was named after my Uncle Lee. He was a guy he was a boxer. People don't know he was a boxer. My grandmother used to say he never won a fight, but he showed up. He showed up. It ain't always who wins, it's always who shows up for the game. You got to show up. I'm not the most talented guy, but I've never been late. I was late with this podcast because I'm still riding around with a cricket. I'm not making a rolling enough money to get a real iPhone. I got a cricket.
Hey, Howard said you had one of them government phones.
Yeah,
man.
he did say you had a government phone.
He said you didn't have anything but the numbers on your phone, man.
Hey, Twan, I'd rather have the government phone over this cricket. You got a bad phone and stuff, and you can't even get into get online. But I thought of something. I said, well, have him email me the link. See, I'm learning too. I'm learning from these young kids. I don't know this stuff. I still have an 8-track player and a reel-to-reel. You know what I mean? So I'm learning. And a lot of people my age don't want to even deal with the internet.
Yeah. I know a lot of people that don't want to touch a cell phone, man. I know
they
a lot of
come on, man. I'm telling you, man. And I'm thankful because of my business and because of Howard G. That's my son. And I say that to people. We've been together 30 years. That's a lot of years. It's unheard of. I wanted to be. I'm gonna put this back on my podcast. I'm gonna put it on my Facebook when we finish because this is some real knowledge. I just did Mark Clark show this morning on Fox 45. We just did Larry Lancaster, WEAA, and now we with my man Antoine. And you ain't gonna believe this. I was gonna wear that shirt that you gave us on my podcast, because I love that shirt. Yeah. You came at me, and when at church, I never forget it when I blew you off. Because I didn't come there for that. I came there because I had problems. Ain't nothing the podcast could have done for me at that time, And my brother was saying, "Look, brother, I got a podcast." I said, "Yeah, yabba dabba do, Fred Flows." I said, I got too much to do with my life, and so sometimes, God put people in your life for a reason.
Yeah.
And trying to tell you this, we bumped heads, but he know I love him, man. You know that, son.
Definitely, absolutely.
I have to say that because he's a class guy. Sometimes it ain't you, it's me. See, I'm walking around. I walk by faith, not by sight, but I walk by faith because when I'm out here doing my work, Imagine 40 years in the business and you still trying to help your town. I'm trying to help Baltimore. Baltimore needs everything we can give it.
And
Don't
some.
take and some and then some more. So I've done my part. That's why I created that play, me and Howard. We're not playing around. When that trailer comes out, I'm trying to send it to all the casinos. I got a girl talking to Tyler Perry right now. Did you hear what I just said?
Mm.
I'm not sitting there. Hey, I take the flowers, but I ain't gonna let no grass grow under my feet.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
And let me just say this here, and I want to say share this message with the young people too. Listen, you got to be in condition for the mission. Be in condition. And I'm talking about health wise, eat right, take care of yourself. I'm in the gym 4 days a week, 4 days a week. And I love every minute because, hey, once you stop, then you see all your health problems, okay?
Yep.
As long as you continue, you're tuning up that engine, you're refueling again, okay? So I'm thankful that I never stopped exercising. Ride my bike 5 times, I apologize, 5 miles 3 times a week. Once this weather break, you'll see me on my bike riding. I love it because of the cardio. You notice I haven't shut up since I've been on this thing, right? Well, you didn't want a board interview. You could have did that with the lady beside you, but let me stop. I just want to see your face when I say stuff. I don't see no tears, but I see a big old grin on her face.
She got tough skin. She can handle it, man.
Well,
yeah.
No, she have to. What is your astrology sign, ma'am? I'm just asking.
I'm a Capricorn.
You're Capricorn, and that's all I've been running into lately is Capricorns.
That's okay, right. Well, good people.
They're good people, but you gotta stay on them because it's their way or the highway.
Yeah,
I know. I'm telling you, the girl that's talking to Tyler Perry, she's a Capricorn, and I deal with signs because they all have that same equation. You see something similar in that sign.
That's true. That's true.
And I see it. And I'm a Taurus the bull. You notice I'm in charge the whole time I've been on.
Yes. Yes. As Tauruses do. Yes.
We charge with some of the greatest entertainers and athletes of Taurus the bull. Sugar Ray Leonard. When we go on, the great Jackie Robinson. I apologize, not Jackie. I'm looking at my boy Grayson. From the Yankees, Willie Mays was a Taurus. Willie Mays was a Taurus. Sugar Ray Leonard was a Taurus. You got Taurus. Carol Burnett. I may go to the mainstream, was a Taurus. Johnny Carson was a Taurus. These people they're determined. You're not gonna, it's gonna take a lot to knock me down. Okay. Because I'm focused. And I know how to weed people out of my life and now with the help of God, it's making it easier. He does it for me. Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm married to Taurus, man.
So that's why we get along good. And that's why you don't talk when I'm talking. I got it right where I wanted, boy. Let me get some light on this information.
Hey, Ricky, we got some questions from the audience, man. You're getting a lot of love, bro, and I want to give you some of these questions, man. As a comedian, and I already know I already know the answer because I've seen this firsthand. How do you handle hecklers, bro?
Oh.
Let me tell you something. A guy told me I was working at the Comedy Factory way before they got down to Dundalk, and he saw me on stage. He said, "Man, I ain't never seen nobody like you." He said, "You a heckler with a microphone." I'm not the one. Let me say this, and Howard would tell you, he would contest to this. Howard seen me back in the day at Gatsby's nightclub. I did a 4-hour show just by myself. But you go, well, how do you do a 4-hour show? That's a lot of material. Well, I'm a natural comic. I'm a natural comedian. I can create right while we're talking. I'm glad you got me back on this podcast because I owed you that, but I was so tired. We just did rehearsal last night. I just did Mark Clark this morning. Now I'm back at you. I'm always on my grind. And I love people, so it makes me easy to dissect them. That's why I asked you a Capricorn. Me and Capricorns are cool. As long as you say what they want to hear. When you don't say something they want to hear, you can see them do the moonwalk. They be
yeah, we don't stay around long.
They ain't gonna stay around long. You got one shot. But no, the heckler thing. But the heckler thing is, I like it because people come out to laugh. You don't come out with your problem, so I go right at them. See, there's a flip side. You can go at them and have the worst night of your life, or you can go at them and learn how this business works. Because sometimes you need that improvisation, is what I'm saying. You need improv because, these jokes ain't working. You better think of something. I had a contract at Ocean City for 5 years, 3 shows a night, Princess Royale, 3 a night, every hour. I'm talking about 3 hours of comedy. I used to sleep looking at the ceiling. I was so wired up when the show's over. If you can hear my energy, very high energy comic. I don't like to be boring. You won't be bored if you come watch me. You can be like this. I'm going to give it to you. So it taught me at Ocean City how to improv. I would take one of those shows and just go out there. They're going to have to deal with whatever I'm going to say I'm going to do. Whatever comes up, comes out. And with me doing impression, you heard some of the voices. Excuse me, but I also sing. Most comics don't sing. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I love music. I love gospel music. I love secular music. I love R&B. So I have the best of all the worlds, I think. I can, if you watch my podcast, I got a guitar in my hand and I'm singing because I want people to know on Hump Wednesday, I just want you to smile. Don't worry about your problems. You might even know the song. I've had people tap in and go, I remember that song because we forget the past. We got a past when music was really good, okay? I've opened up for the OJs 5 times. I love music for the love of money. I got a real quick one on that. I was, the promoter called me from Jersey, the Tropicana Hotel. Natalie Cole went sick, and you know what the sickness she had during the time wasn't good. And so they needed somebody to open up. A friend of mine that went on the USO tour with me and Howard Joe Recker, may he rest in peace, called Rickey Shackleford. He's the king of the concerts. He can get this done. I get to the audience, New Year's Eve, tickets were $600, mainstream, nothing but vanilla white folks. And I love my white people, don't get it twisted. The OJs only had 2 songs they knew, For the Love of Money and Love Train. They were walking out on the OJs. Did you hear what I just said?
What?
Listen, I had about 30 DVDs to sell. I went in there and ripped that joint up for 20 minutes. And I walked out. Them folks were running behind me, buying my DVDs because I entertained them. But I know my audience is what I'm trying to say. I know my audience. I know that, hey, this is a blessing. They done fed right into my hands. I can do me now. I don't know why my phone doing all these hits. But I say that story because, and telling comics out there that's trying to get involved, have material for every crowd. Every audience, you need to act. Because if you don't, you're limiting yourself. Twan, you seen me do St. Stephen's. I've done 30 churches. You know, I love doing the church because I love doing my testimony because here's the logic. You ain't even heard my story. I got a story, but you got to come watch me and hear it, bottom line. And I want to share that because when you're in church and you love the Lord, everybody is going through something. It might not be something to you, but it's something to them, okay? My testimony, I just want to lighten your load. That's what I'm all about. Lighten your load, put a smile on your face. I was working in Las Vegas. I had Las Vegas for 15 years. I just want you to know this ain't Amateur Night at the Apollo you're listening to. I've been talking because I want to give this brother the best interview so people can watch this thing. I was working in Vegas. An older white gentleman walked up to me and put $200 in my hand. I'm like, oh, buddy, you ain't got to give me no money, buddy. He said, you know why I gave you this money? Because you made me laugh. He said, I had 2 strokes, and you just relieved that pain. I had 2 strokes. You know, so you never know who you're affecting when you're doing comedy. Comedy is definitely a healing medicine, and we need laughter. Let me tell you another quick one. Fountain Baptist Church, Dr. Jones, his first 1-year anniversary. When I saw him the first time, I said, Dr. Jones, you need to keep Fountain laughing because they're a senior church. They don't know how to laugh. They could be a little bougie. Listen to me. That brother been making them laugh ever since. Did you hear me? And we have a thing every time he hit. I said, I throw my fingers up like a 0. You're batting 1,000, okay? But he's breaking down stereotypes of us because we sometimes so mad about something, and it ain't about what you're mad about. We got to let things go. If you're gonna pray, you got to let it go. Come on. I go into church. I'm not there to go in there mad about what happened last night. I want God to relieve some of this pain I'm dealing with sometimes. I leave it there. When I go to the gym, I leave it there. I'm so refreshed. As my pastor said, I'm at the filling station. I'm filling up again because I'm not finished. And I want to say this and get all I can in. God ain't finished with me. He got a plan for you, and all of us. But we got to be anointed to his plan.
Right.
It's not about me. It's about what he wants us to do. Especially if you're in a leadership type position, you got work to do. We got all these problems. We can't solve everybody's problem, but we can help somebody, okay? We don't know what form it's going to come in. We don't know who we're going to help next. We went to rehearsal. We went to rehearsal last night. First thing we heard at rehearsal, do you know the girl that was doing Esther? This was in the rehearsal. She just died last night. Did you hear what I just said?
The girl, what?
The girl that was doing Esther. She was the understudy in Sanford and Son. She just died last night. True story.
Oh my gosh.
That's how we had to start the rehearsal. No weapon form, none. Because we got to keep moving on. We can't let things stop us. That was her time. She done spent her time. I went to 5 funerals. See, I'm not sitting around talking. I'm doing. I'm not a talker. I'm a doer. I'm a do. I'm enjoying it because the best feeling in the world is do what you really enjoy, have the passion with it, have the love with it, and keep it moving. But sometimes you can get stagnant. When the hate's starting to come. The hate's coming. It ain't gonna stop coming. It's coming. Okay. People don't want to see you happy and don't want to see your joy
at all.
That's why you take that revolving door and let them swing themselves right out of it. Meet some positive results. You don't need negativity. You need all positive in your life. So I hope I didn't talk too much for you guys.
No.
Well, Rickey, are there any subjects that you won't touch on as a comedian? This is another question from the audience.
Here's the problem. For years, comedy was what they call shock comedy. Well, did he say that? I'm one of them guys who will shock you. But now that we're so sensitive, now. You got to watch what you say. I was working in San Diego, and I was doing a show, and I did jokes a million times, and I said something off the cuff, a heckler again. The heckler was the waitress in the show. She was talking real loud. Oh, boy, did she get it. Okay. I said something real simple word to shut down hecklers. Where you learn to whisper? In a helicopter? Because she was that loud. But she was right in front of me when she was doing it. It looks easy up there. It's work up there. I was ripping this room down. Hey, James at the gym that spunk? Twan?
Not sure.
James, the big light-skinned brother at the front desk.
That works at the front desk, yeah.
He went on the trip with me. He was my bouncer. He hung with me, and we went to San Diego. We both wanted to get away like the man's trip, not the girls' trip, but the men's trip. I ain't take no girls with her. There's enough girls to look at. Why would I take one with me? Why would you take sand to a beach? Why, to get some sand? What are you trying to do? Grow a plant? Come on now. Oh, I love me because I got a captivated audience right about now. But I know how to be professional, and I understand. You got to understand that, when you're doing comedy, it looks good. We just buried a 500-pound comedian, C.J. Burney, may he rest in peace. We just buried him like a month ago.
My first co-host on Baltimore Flavor Radio when I started in 2014. Yep.
Well, I put the first microphone in his hand at the Holiday Inn out there in Glen Burnie, and I saw the potential. He had won a big competition with Whoopi Goldberg on the View, but he could not fight them demons of food. Yeah. And I think it was more health problems than he had. 500 pounds is a lot of weight. That's a lot. That's like you're just a minute from a heart attack if you don't take care of your life.
Right.
Are you waving goodbye?
No, I'm waving hello to the people that are still coming in.
Well, that's because they got a guy that knows what he's talking about.
You got them all coming in, man. They still coming through the door.
Well, the thing is too, that's the spirit of God is here.
Yeah.
See, sometimes the only way you're going to receive knowledge, sometimes you got to listen. I said that same thing to Monique on Facebook Live. She called me from the radio station. Said, Rickey, when you come down and watch me, I'm gonna be at the Comedy Factory, because she remembered how she started and the words of encouragement I gave her about comedy. No different than that. I would do that to anybody. I said, Monique, I don't normally come watch comedians, because I'm thinking back in my brain, why didn't you have me open up for you? I think that would have been the biggest form of flattery that you could have gave me.
Biggest thank you. Yeah.
And I'm just keeping it real, and I would tell her again. But I'm not hating. I still love her, because it took a lot to go through what she just went through. Yeah. Because a lot of times this business has always been a man business. Women ain't supposed to talk in comedy. There was only a handful of comedians that you're gonna remember, like Joan Rivers, and I'm talking about the old school. Mm-hmm. Joan Rivers was a good one. Lenny Tomlin, I forgot her first name. Tomlin. You got Carol Burnett. You got guys like that. And if you go to black comedy, you got some great Adele Givens. I work with her. Great comedians. It's a lot of. I'm just only pointing the ones I've worked with. These females out there are doing it for real. Never got a chance to meet some more. Too dirty for me, but that's her world. Everybody likes what they like. Who are we to judge anybody? But what I will say is I have respect for people that pick that microphone up and do comedy, whether they're just starting up or they're 30 years in the business. This is no easy task. We spend more time in a hotel private, and when the lights are off, you're by yourself. When your lights are off, you got the worst habits in the world, eating too much, that greasy late night food, cholesterol blowing up, blood pressure, don't know which direction it's going to go in. So those are the things people don't know about, the inside edition of what a road comedian goes through, traveling 200-300 miles to the next gig. And it ain't all about flying. You ain't flying nowhere if you ain't Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart can buy the airport right now. He's so rich, okay? I hope I can get one of them little bikes, the little scooters from downtown. You put that card in and roller skate to the next gig. But what my philosophy in this business is, you got to have passion for the game.
Yeah.
My philosophy, if you ever seen my banner at home, it's called, I just want to make you laugh. And I say that because we need laughter. Let's don't eliminate, listen, you're at your best when you're laughing. You're at your best when you're having fun. Why not have a good laughter every now and then? Did Howard G leave us? He probably gone.
Yeah, man, he's sleep. It's 8:08. He's sleep.
Look, he has a sleep apnea. He would sleep on it. He could be on that podcast, sleep right now. And if you want to hear him, I've seen Howard drive to Cleveland. He was asleep and he was driving.
Oh no!
One thing I don't like doing, I don't like telling lies. I say, Howard, hold it now, because he has a sleep apnea. He was on a podcast last week, nodding. I said, now he acts like he had Lex in the market. Oh God.
Hey, talk a little bit about the podcast that you guys do every Wednesday, man.
Every Wednesday
when I came out there with you guys.
I had fun with you, man. You brought us gifts and everything, and you showed up on time, and your fellowship with the right people. You never know who's going to know who. The Baltimore Kings of Comedy wasn't nothing stolen, but we are the kings of Baltimore comedy. We did the work. We put the time in. We done helped every comic coming our way, whether they like the hard and tough love we gave them. We gave it. I took that podcast because I wanted to put back again. Here I go again, putting back, trying to give knowledge. You guys call it nuggets, but I want to help folks get it. You might not like everything I say. I'm not looking to be a cheerleader. I'm not looking for you to cheer for me. I want you to listen so you learn, so you don't go through what we went through. That's why I do. I want people that's working every day. That's the Baltimore Kings of Comedy, the Comedy Man Show Network, every Wednesday, 6:15. I want them, when you hear it, expect to have fun. I'm not an anchor man. I'm not a newsman. I'm not somebody there. I'm not. I'm a comic. I want laughter. That my girl Wuda, she's
Oh
just in
my
a
gosh.
Wuda is my baby. She just did New Freedom Baptist Church. I did that 3 times. What she brings to the stage is a personality, wisdom, a kind of mother figure to everybody. If you don't like Wuda, then something wrong with you.
So
Okay.
that was my first time meeting her that night, man. And bro, y'all, all of y'all, my stomach literally hurt when I left the show. We was only on air for 30 minutes, bro. Like,
But I'm going to say this here, Twan, and we appreciate you coming by. But one of the reasons why I formulated Howard G and Wuda and Rickey Shackleford, first of all, we all are over 50.
mm,
We all got something to bring, whether it's education, whether it's wisdom. We have something to bring, but you want to have the right chemistry when you're on a
yeah,
podcast.
absolutely.
And we're learning every day. We're not saying that we're perfect. We're saying that we're family. Let me share this with you, and then you'll get why I say it. Yesterday, true story, pastor's anniversary. Marcus Johnson got to get in. Marcus Jones in. I look up, here come my buddy Sterling. He comes and sit right beside me. Did not know he was coming. A tear would like to hit my eyes because you don't know when people are listening to you. So once again, next person come in was Wuda. Did not know she was coming.
Mm,
She sat right down beside me. So that's my family. And then Howard G and his wife Tracy came in last. That was a Christmas present that you couldn't wait to open up that package. When you got people that love you and want to be around you, know your journey, what you've been through, and and know the Lord. That's don't forget you gotta know the Lord. You know, we will break out in church in a minute on that podcast because we know the Lord. You know, let go and let God have his way. You got to let go something like God. Listen, every Wednesday we already know is Bible study. Well, we have our own Bible study. It's called laughter though, and we need that. So 6:15, Coyote Man Show Network. Want to give a shout out to Coyote Man for a great job
yeah,
opening up that TV podcast. Also, don't forget Sanjay. That is Sanjay, my girl. We done bumped heads, but it ain't hurt nobody. We just growing. You're just growing. You don't have to get along with everybody you know, but why not adapt and understand there's 2 sides to every story. It ain't all about me. It's about we, not me, but we. And that's what my company BWT is all about. Businesses working together. I pulled over coming off the tunnel to have this podcast. When you hit me up, I said, "Oh, I just woke up. I was kind of upset a little bit about the whole day I went through this morning,
mm.
and I ain't gonna get into that story. That's a story for a stand up. I'm waiting for somebody to slap me. That's what I'm waiting on. Slap me, slap me. I could use a couple billion. I want billion though. I'm thinking about going and slapping Donald Trump. I might get it. Let me stop. They need to slap him or take that hairpiece off or whatever. That's a bad set of hair. You know how people got bad hair? Take Donald Trump hair out. I bet it winds up like you have a yarn in your hair, like a ball. You can throw it at your cat or your dog. Let me stop Donald Trump. But guys, I've had a great time. And
Oh man.
if there's no more questions,
Always, bro. Just real quick before you go, man. Plug the play one more time because I didn't realize that one of these dates is actually your birthday.
yes, my birthday, celebrating the 6-6. I love celebrating 6-6. My birthday is May 6th.
Oh,
It don't get no better than this, guys. It don't get no better. And coming up on April the 8th, we got the 3 o'clock show sold out. It's guaranteed that at 7 p.m. going to sell out. We got another 2 weeks. We know it's going to sell out. But see, that's God blessing us again. It's not about money. It's about laughter. It's about healing people. When God knows your heart, He's going to open them doors up, and you be like, "Where do all these people come from?" Do you know how hard it is to sell stuff in Baltimore City? Baltimore ain't no joke. So the game plan for years that I've had from 86 on, if you put a ticket in the hand, they gonna show up. But black folks ain't trying to waste no money. So everybody's got a ticket on April the 8th, the American Legion Hall, Towson, 122. 125 York Road. But May the 5th is my birthday. We're going to bring the play back by popular demand. I want it back because I want to keep my actors out there and ready. So we'll be ready because we have so many promoters and so much talent coming there to watch this play, pastors. And listen, it's going to be, don't let somebody tell you how good of a time they're going to have. Don't let them tell you how good Rickey Shackleford did Red Fox, how good Howard G did Lamont, how good Rollo done by Coyote Man. Did you hear me?
Come on, bro. Come on.
See, you didn't know that, right?
No, come on.
Let me tell you this here, Twan. He is knocking it out the box.
And that's right up his alley.
Right up his alley.
Yeah.
He put that little swag on him, and he just took our play to another level with having that veteran actor like him in the play. Wow. And I'm a firm believer that you need experience to make it work. Listen, all that did was motivate me to be the best Red Fox I could ever be. You ever wake up for Christmas looking for that toy? You wanted, oh, mama got me them roller skates. Oh, that's all I wanted was roller skates. Bob earned them a 5. I got me some Bob earned them because I appreciate the little stuff. When Coyote came in, do you know how little it looked, but how big it is? Mm. He just took Sanford and Son with Howard G, Rickey Shackleford, all the Owen Thunderbirds. These guys are playing Grady and Rollo, Troy. He's playing Bubba, and Renee Sharp. She's playing Esther. No, Esther would be proud of her. She's so ugly. I was just saying if you were listening. But she would be proud because we picked the. See, that was God's plan. Put the right people in the right place. Yeah. You can make it work and keep their mind focused on what the mission is. It's not about we, it's about all of us. It's not about me, it's about all of us. And coming out of Baltimore, who's got a play going on right now that's going to be hotter than Sanford and Son? Please tell me.
I don't know.
Because we're out there. We in the trenches. We in the trenches. All people put everything on Facebook, you know. People put I'm out for lunch. I'm getting one of my big toes done, and they put everything on Facebook. I just put my daughter out. You know what I'm saying? She's 12, acting like she's 16. They put everything on Facebook. Yeah. So I'm always aware. I like. Hey, look, I stole that one joke though. My pastor said one. He said, I'm so tired of these seniors coming up to me. I don't want to hear how you're big. I don't want to know how you're big toe. You ever laughed so hard, and when you got home, it got worse. My stomach hurt so bad. He said, I don't want to know how your big toe was doing. And we had a guest preacher yesterday coming for his anniversary, and he talked about attitude. Guys, we got to change our attitude. You're not going to grow with that attitude. He said it very well. You ain't all that. He hit a senior church with, you ain't all that. You can feel the air leave the building. Because we should be better for the kids. We should be better. They think they're so bushy, they forgot that they was children. They forgot that they sinned. A sin is a sin. Add it up any way you want it. It's a sin. Mm-hmm. Your error was different than our error. But you have a bad attitude. The kids are watching us. They're looking right at you. I got a 46-year-old daughter. I know she's so proud of me. She have to be. Because all I've been doing is batting 1,000. She don't know the journey. But I'm not going to stop now. It's getting better. Until God calls me up, I'm going to finish what I started. Just finish what you started. This play is personal. It ain't business to me. It's personal. You know when something is personal, you got to finish it. Okay? Yeah, and I want to take it all the way around the world. We got connections in Washington, D.C. I want to go to Bethesda Blues, the Howard Theater, down to North Carolina, South Carolina, Virgin Islands, Florida. I got connections in Vegas. Talking to them now. Hello?
Speak it into existence, bro.
It's gonna happen because it's part of his plan. And the T's and the I's are crossed and dotted. As simple as that. All I want to do is have fun and ride this thing out, put joy on people's face, make them think about their vision, make them continue to dream, keep dreaming. When you stop dreaming, it could be over for you. You got to keep dreaming, knowing that you can finish it, knowing that you can handle this task. And here's the light: help somebody. Don't walk in there with no closed fists. Come on now, help somebody.
Right.
Gotta help somebody. I remember when I watched your pastor there, St. Stephen's. This guy could preach. I love the way he preached. The young preachers, I got to give him a great hand on that. And I have to say that we got Dante Hickman from Southern Baptist. I remember Dante was so big. I thought he was the we call it Mrs. Butterworth. I hope he don't hear that because he's coming to the play. but look where he's at. That's why you can't judge a book by its cover. You got to read the book. He had a plan. Look where God did put him at. You don't think I was proud of him in that inauguration when he preached at the inauguration for the government? He made me so proud. Well, whoa, I didn't tell you all this. He's a Tars the Bull. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, Troy. Look. Shh. Don't tell nobody. Tars finish what they start.
Yeah.
We got so much talent. Use your talent. All of it. This brother was bigger than Fat Albert. I'm telling you what. But look at him now. The gym, the mission, and what God is doing. Huh?
I said apparently he's from South Carolina. We have one of our guests saying that he's from Alcolu, South Carolina. Dante Hickman.
And see, I didn't know all that. I didn't even, and I'm a country boy, well, basic family from North Carolina, Greenville, North Carolina.
Okay.
Mom. Yeah, we country. I can tell you I'm country. Well, that's why you think Sanford and Son is so easy. I still got plaid shirts. You know those shirts you used to wear, and they all the way in the back of the closet where you don't really want to show nobody. But every now and then, like Halloween, you want to put one on.
So in other words, you don't even have to do a wardrobe for this. You just go in your closet.
It ain't even a joke. It's reality. Let me give you this one. I'm gonna give you a free one. You know why I stay in shape? So I don't have to buy no more new clothes.
Okay.
I stay in shape. I can still fit. My waist still a 42. I'm not breathing hard while I'm eating a butter sandwich because you ain't supposed to be eating
Butter sandwich.
Butter and biscuit. We love some butter, biscuit, jelly, ketchup, and mustard. Well, you take away hot sauce, you done lost about 1 million folks already.
Yeah.
Hey, look, man, I'll tell you something, guys. I hope I haven't bored you because I'm enjoying this boy. Her face is smiling. I know I'm enjoying myself.
Hey, bro, I'm actually going to cash app you for 2 tickets to your birthday show as soon as I get off the air, man. Because I missed it the last time you guys were around because we were on vacation. But when I heard that you guys were bringing it back, I said that I definitely have to come and support. And the fact that it's for your birthday, man, I definitely got to come out and show you some love. So
I'm going to show you how much love that Baltimore has gave me. See, we talk about the good and the bad. I did my 60th birthday at the Forum. I'm 66 now. 800 people.
All talk.
May the work I've done speak for me. 800 people and 500 I knew personally. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Because I don't get ahead of myself when it comes to meeting people. I will stop and help. Let me say this here so we get this online. I love my black people. When God made black, he didn't have to turn his back. Ain't too much like black people. We so talented. We so lovable. We so talented, but we got to learn how to share our love. Just share. Be surprised 100 times more you're gonna get back. Share. And I'm looking forward. Here's one of the dreams I got. Once that play blow up, I want to do a one-night stand at the Lyric or even the Hippodrome. I'm talking about my stand-up. I'm gonna produce it myself. I'm going to show Baltimore all the work I've done. I don't care if I'm talking about the riots on Pennsylvania Avenue. I'm going to talk about everything that I've been through. If your age ain't from 50 on up, you ain't going to get it. Because I'm talking to us.
That might be
As
another
we,
4-hour show.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
I just did an hour and a half talking to you guys.
Yeah.
So all I got
Easily.
is because y'all are listening, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
If
Definitely.
you weren't listening and kept cutting in on me, I'd have left you like Mark Clark this morning. Oh, did I say Mark Clark? I didn't say Mark Clark. I didn't say. Did I say Mark Clark? It's
Yeah. No, you said Mark Jackson.
Did I say Mark Clark? It sounds like it's echoing. Mark Clark, Mark Clark, Mark Clark, Mark Clark. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna let you
Yeah.
figure that one out. That's
I'm
why
a
Howard gone. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Howard been gone for a while, man. He been asleep for like a half hour now. But yeah,
But he
man,
got
I'm definitely gonna purchase my tickets as soon as I get off of here, man. And I just appreciate you, bro, man. You know, I love you, man. It's always been nothing but great vibes between the two of us since the day we've met. And I just appreciate, man. And I knew that we wanted to bring you guys up here to talk about the play, but I think it's important that we allow you guys to tell your story and tell your history. Somebody got to tell it, so you might as well tell it while you're here.
Right.
So that
Well,
there's no
I want to
mistakes.
say this here. I want to say this here because if I don't talk, and I'll go to sleep just like Howard. But I will say this here. See, like I said from the beginning of this conversation, God picked the right one. He picked the right one. I'm coming out of Southern High School, 1975. I've loved this journey, and he's not finished because as long as my feet are planted on that ground, I'm gonna give 100% every time I'm out here. I don't care what I'm doing. I want James Brown said it the best. Oh, here we go again. His birthday was May the 3rd. He's a Taurus. He said it best. I'm gonna make them remember me.
Yeah.
And that's what he meant. I love the story of James Brown. I love documentaries. I love them. And I love that story, but it's motivation to me. My first album that I ever had, it was a record player. Remember back when a record was a little 45s?
Absolutely.
The first record I ever got, I won in a spelling contest, was by James Brown. Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. Hi! I won that in a spelling bee contest, and that's no lie. Say it loud, I am black and I'm proud. I'm going to end on that note.
My man, Rickey, I always appreciate you, bro. Get out the car, man. Go finish driving home, man, and get you some rest, bro.
I'm going to the casino. What you talking about? What did Arnold used to say? What you talking about, Willis? I'm out here to watch Maryland's basketball game.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got a tough one tonight, man. Go Lady Terps, man. Y'all gonna have to play the perfect game to beat South Carolina, but they got it in them. They got it in them, man.
But you know what though? You never say never with sports, and you know how sports can go.
Absolutely.
Sure.
You can look at the men's Final Four and understand that.
Yeah, I saw that beating that Alabama put on them. It was like child abuse.
Yeah.
They broke the brother's nose, and they bullied them. Back in the jail days, they call that bully ball. They bullied them. They made Maryland guys in the defense, both of those guys. I played ball too with Muggsy Bogues, and he was 10 years younger than me. Muggsy Little Bogues, as a kid, I played BNBL back in the day. My game was defense. I would shut you down on defense. That's right. I was like Dennis Rodman. Only thing is, when it was over, I didn't wear a dress.
I already knew where that was going. As soon as you said Dennis Rodman, I knew where that was going.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Another Taurus the Bull. Ain't too many people. He was a Taurus.
Okay.
I don't wear dresses. Now, Howard G might wear a dress. I just like to know where you get the dress and get the what you call them boots he be wearing. Let me stop, because somebody gonna listen to this, and I know it. That's funny.
Hey,
That's
but the
funny.
good thing is hey Ricky, they know you, so they already know what is to be expected,
They
man.
know what they're gonna get. If you
Yeah,
don't, Flip Wilson was one of my favorite comics too. He said, "What you see is what you get."
yeah, absolutely.
When he did Geraldine, that's
Yeah.
what Flip was about. What you see is what you. I'm doing Esther. I just got so much in my brain right now. Imagine having all these personalities. You don't know who's gonna come out next. You know, long Donald Trump don't come out. I'm a Barack Obama, and I just like to say, Donald Trump wins again, we in trouble.
Uh-uh.
And that's the
You might
fact.
as well get ready, Antoine. You might as well get ready to go back to the cotton field.
Oh, no. No, it's
Woo, I just couldn't let it go.
Hey
Something wrong with
Ricky,
it, man.
hey Ricky, always love, bro.
Most of the guys.
Good
And I
luck
didn't
at
catch
the.
the what's the young lady's name? I still didn't catch her name.
my name is Lisa.
At least I apologize. I didn't mean to take over this podcast. Normally I do.
Listen, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Well,
Absolutely.
I enjoyed every moment of it, and I want to say to Antoine, man, you keep doing what you're doing, and like I said, bro, business is about relationships sometimes,
Absolutely.
and I hope that we form that relationship.
Absolutely.
I'm sometimes let me finish. I get a little excited because I don't want to be disrespected in the business. You got to know the journey to get what I'm talking about. I'm here to help. I'm in the help, not to hurt business. I've helped so many people. And I just want people to understand that, hey, look, everybody ain't going to help you. And I'm just doing what God is his will, and God will be done. Will
Absolutely.
be done. Appreciate you guys, man. Be safe.
Appreciate you too, man. You be safe out there too, man. Hey. You can give me a little something of what you win tonight. I won't,
And let me
I'll
tell you
let you
something.
start with all those Taurus comments too.
Well, I let the Capricorn know every now and then put that horn back in. You did a great job of keeping the horn in tonight, because I didn't criticize her. See, no, but Lisa, it's really nice meeting you, and I hope that we meet. And I really that will really make my day to see you at my birthday party, Antoine. Because see,
Absolutely.
that's special to me. Just like I did this hour and a half, I did it for that guy sitting right there, because he's always been a class guy. You
Yeah.
know, and we didn't get a chance to know each other till you bump heads, but that's how you
Yeah,
learn. You got to
yeah.
go through something.
Go through something.
Rome wasn't built in a day. I don't know because I wasn't in Rome, but it wasn't built
Right.
in a day. Guys, I love y'all, man. Y'all take care of yourself. Be
Love you
safe.
too, man. Have a good one,
Thank you.
man. Give it up for my guy, Ricky Shackleford, man. Always a pleasure chopping it up with that guy, man.
Yeah.
Always. He drops so much wisdom, and I love the fact that he's always willing to give back, man. That's what it's all about for him. Like he said, he could have hoarded all of that energy to himself,
Yeah.
and he might been in a situation right now where I couldn't even reach out to him and say, "Hey, Ricky, come be on the show,"
Right.
But
Right.
you know,
You'd
it
probably
is
have to
what
go
it is,
through
man.
different channels, and
Yeah,
they would be like, "Hold on, he'll get back to you," kind of
yeah,
situations.
yeah.
But
He would have he
wow.
would have he would have Jamal Bryan me. Oh, did I say Jamal Bryan? Did I
Yeah,
say
you did.
Jamal Bryan? He laughing in the background too. Look at it. He laughing. He like that.
Yeah, he came back to laugh.
No, man, but seriously, man, appreciate everybody that tuned in, man. And if you have an opportunity, I'll actually share the flyer on my page.
Mhm.
And if you have an opportunity, man, come out and enjoy the play. And especially if you can come on his birthday, I know that would mean the world for him if we can pack that house up on his birthday for that play, man. So if you guys have an opportunity, um, yeah, man, just come out and support. I guarantee you will not be disappointed if you coming to laugh and have a good time. Because just from the people that I know that he named that are in the play, I know it's
Mhm.
gonna be drop dead funny. So yeah, man. So Lisa, I appreciate you.
You are so welcome.
Appreciate you so much. Oh, shout out to my man Mohammed. Appreciate you, bro. And we still gonna get you up here, man. I'm not gonna let that go until you get up here, my man Mohammed Media in the building. Lisa, I'm also
Yes.
gonna stay on you, sis. I'm gonna
Okay.
harass you, um, because I know that you would do well in this. I know that you go ahead and do the fashion thing that you started to do, and all of that kind of stuff. You know,
We'll
we can talk.
see.
We can talk, and most importantly, I'm here to help in any way that you need. So,
I understand.
yeah,
I
yeah,
understand.
yeah.
See how Antoine does, y'all. You come in, you call me in, coach, and here you go. See what I'm saying? Like, this was a great show. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a
The next
little
time, I'm gonna get you back, and I'm gonna make sure that we got a guest that's gonna give you some time to talk the next time.
no.
Because
Listen. He
once Ricky
is a
gets going,
historian.
boy,
No,
yeah,
he was a historian, and I was just soaking up
yes,
everything. He
yes,
has a plethora of knowledge. Like, I
yes.
mean, those kind of people I like to learn,
Let
and
me
I found it very informal
let
and,
me tell you something.
informative.
It would be an understatement to say that he only scratched the surface. It would be an
Well,
understatement. Like that guy
yeah,
really has some stories, some history. And again, it's all up for him. It's just all about sharing and
yeah,
doing what he can to bring us up, man. And he just gave us a small list, and Howard G as well just gave us a small list
yeah.
of the people that they really reached out to and helped pull up in this business. Whether it was from this city or wherever, man. So I just want to
Right.
again salute those two guys, man. Make sure you guys stay connected with us, man, on all of our social media. Also, let me reach back.
What's up?
Let me reach back. Make sure y'all
Oh,
holler at me to purchase your bottle of Access Granted Signature Long
like,
Island
what is
Iced
he
Tea.
getting?
I have them available now. Matter of fact, I got a bunch of them upstairs in the living room, bottled and labeled and ready to go. They are only $12. Make sure you reach out to me, and just support, man. Just support. Shout out to my sister Tipsy Fiend, who is my partner in that part of the Access Granted business, man. But again, thanks to everybody that tuned in tonight, man. I saw some really great folks tuning in with this. Next week, we have one of my favorite singers from the area, Jay Ivy, is going to be in the building. I'm looking forward to chopping it up with her because she is one of those that has a great story to tell, and I know she's also working on some new music. So hopefully, we'll get to premiere some of that stuff for you guys next week. Be safe. I got you, Uncle Charlie. Be safe. Somebody send Mother Nature a memo and say that it's spring and that we need this weather to stay spring. Please, if you have on your speed dial or whatever. But again, I appreciate you, Lisa. And definitely looking forward to having you back. I hope I can get you back up here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
And let's give a shout out to my man Diamond K. Diamond K is the man that bought it. And he's
Yeah,
also
shout
the
out to Simon.
And he's
Huh?
also the guy. He's also the guy that did most of that intro, that little thing that plays at the beginning.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Diamond.
That was really good.
So shout out to my man. I did the punching in the keys part at an apartment complex down the street, but the rest of that is Diamond Cake. So shout out to my man
Oh,
Diamond
okay.
for that. But yeah, man. Thanks everybody. Enjoy your week. Stay safe. And as I say every week, Baltimore, put the damn guns down. This is Access Granted, the pod stream. We will see you guys next week. Peace.